Come with us for a magical half-term mini break in Alton Towers Resort. We've just arrived at Splash Landings Hotel where we will be staying, and our first stop is the water park. Then we've got so much more magic to share with you as we've got 2 exciting days coming up in the park, plus dining in the Rollercoaster Restaurant and Flambo's Jambo, and we're going to share it all with you in these vlogs. If you're new around here, hi, my name's Rihanna Morgan. Everyone calls me Ree. Welcome to my Magical Adventures channel. I'm here with my husband and 3 out of my 4 children. In these vlogs, we're going to be sharing with you all the magic of the trip, plus top tips to help you make the most of your trip if you're heading to Alton Towers, with bonus tips if, like us, you have members of the family who have autism or other additional needs and they need to access things like the ride access pass. So we will explain everything that you need to know in order to use all of that. So my husband's just parking the car. We are a little bit early to actually check into the hotel, but we've got water park tickets, so we're going to head into there first. The children are incredibly excited. We haven't done the water park this year at all yet. We have been back to Alton Towers for opening weekend, so make sure you can check out all of those vlogs later on. But I know there's quite a few different things that children want to get done during this break. They've got a bit of a bucket list. We're going to head in to the water park before checking into our room. And of course, I'll be sure to give you a little room tour too. As you enter the Splash Landings Hotel, you're immediately met with a fun, vibrant Caribbean atmosphere. The whole place is bursting with tropical colours, playful theming, and quirky little details, including Morris the classic car with a fish tank in his boot parked right in the lobby. There's even a colouring station to keep your little ones entertained while you check in, which is always a win. Now we're heading all the way down the stairs, or you can take the lifts, to find the Alton Towers Waterpark, which is tucked away on the bottom level of the hotel, or right in the heart of the action. Now there is strictly no filming in the water park, so I can't take you in with us right now, but later on, after it's closed, I have been promised a tour so we can take you for a little look around. And plus, I've also got a vlog where I came previously on a press event where we were allowed to film inside, so I will link that below in case you want to go and watch that vlog later, but also stay tuned in this vlog and we will take that tour. Now we are done in the water park, we are showered and ready to go and check in to our room in the Splash Landings Hotel. We're now all checked into the Splash Landings and it's time for a room tour. We're staying in room 1225. Let's go take a look around. It is lovely and spacious and the theming is fantastic. Starting where you come in through the door, and just to the right here we've got a large mirror for checking your appearance before heading into the park, and then a nice spacious bathroom with fantastic theming. I love the scents they have in this hotel. It all smells really tropical and gorgeous, and this very beachy theming continues right through the bathroom, including elements like the pelican, is that a pelican? That you see in the lobby, and the car and the water tower outside are featured in the shower. Then out into the bedroom area, chair and some colouring for the kids. Up to 4 children, it looks like, can sleep in this room because we have got bunks. We've got bunks for 1, 2 children. A nice big bed for the adults, but then also this bed plus another pull-out bed underneath. So this room sleeps 6 people in total. And when you've got a family with more than 2 kids, it's often really difficult to find hotel rooms that you can all fit into, so it's really great to see. We've got lights next to each side of the bed. There's no charging by the actual bed, but we have got plugs over here on the dressing table, and the theming even continues to the lamps. Actually quite a lot of charging capabilities here, which is good to see, because if you're like us, you've got a lot of devices, and if you're like me, you've also got a lot of camera batteries and things to have to charge on your theme park trips. They have put out the border biscuits to go with the tea and coffee making facilities. The kids are always super excited to see the border biscuits whenever we stay in Merlin hotels. And then we have got a hairdryer plus some storage either side of the dressing table. So the carpet is all beach themed too, and it's just really nice to have a spacious area to come and chill out in. We will not be tripping over each other in here if we want to chill out a little bit this evening and tomorrow when we get back from the park. And then over here we have got an iron, space to hang coats and what have you, and I've already put some bags and things here. There's also a travel cot down there if you have got small babies with you. Almost forgot to mention, over here in the corner we have got a TV and a fan if the British weather is nice and warm enough to actually need a fan. So I've left the others chilling in the room for a little bit. I am now heading back down to the water park where I'm going to be given the opportunity to go in and film and show you guys around a little bit, which obviously you cannot film and now when it's open to the public, so it'll be a nice little opportunity to show you the sorts of things you can expect if you are thinking of visiting yourselves. So this is the water park, and in here we've got a selection of bathers if you decide you want to do the water park and you did not pack bathers and things. They've got life jackets in here, but they do have those that you can borrow inside of the water park. They've got floaty devices and things, but again, things like the slides, they have got the floaty devices that you can use. Lots of pool toys, and of course goggles. If your kids are anything like mine and you've not got your goggles, they won't actually go in the water. So the goggles are 20, 18, 15 or 10. There's Alton Towers towels, which I'm sure my lot would absolutely love. They haven't seen those yet. And then a nice big selection of sweets and snacks if you are peckish when you get out of the water. Some things you're going to need to know if you are coming to the water park. So the opening times will be on the website before you arrive, but they're also here at the entrance. And you will need 20p pieces for the lockers. Something worth keeping in mind because if you're anything like me, you don't have change anymore. Towel hire is £2.50 and buoyancy aids, as it said up here, are available inside. Those are just kind of grab them as when you need them. Here we've got buoyancy aids of various sizes that you can grab for your kids. These are allowed on the slides and things too. Zara still wears these even though she can swim. It just gives that extra bit of security and peace of mind. So the water park's looking really quiet now. Obviously it was a lot busier in here earlier. All of the fountains and things that are normally on are off. And as I said earlier, it's absolutely no filming in here while there are people in here, and the only time we've been able to film with people in here is when we're here at a press event, and that was because everyone had signed a waiver saying it was all right to be on camera. Got really cute little twinkly lights just to kind of keep the theming going throughout. There's a map up here giving you an idea of the sorts of areas that they've got to cover. It's actually much bigger than I realised it was going to be, and in busy times you will be given a band and be asked to leave the water park at the specific time, but they only do that during especially busy times. This is the little leak area for smaller kids, just a nice little splash zone. These nets are for leaving towels in. The idea is that they ask people not to hog chairs with towels, and if you just want to dry your towel and leave it, then you can leave it in one of these nets, leaving the chairs free for other guests. So up here we're heading to, we've got the lookout up here and the Master Blaster. So this is Volcano Springs. We were in here earlier, it was so lovely and warm. My Apple Watch was telling me it was 34 degrees. It was absolutely gorgeous. Really lovely temperature, nice and bubbly. You have to be over the age of 4 to actually go in here, and children under the age of 8 need to be supervised. But this was a really nice place to warm up when being in the outdoor pool, which in all fairness, the outdoor pool was very warm, but the outdoor air, not so much. This is a really fun area. Well, if you're at the top anyway, because these water guns can be used to squirt people down below. They get filled up through these bucket things, and then you can squirt all the people swimming below. And obviously when the park is open, there's water squirting out of all these different chutes and things. This area is a deeper area, that's 1.4 metres. Over here is much shallower. All the kids were playing over here with me earlier, and they could all stand up quite easily, even little Zara. The whole place has felt very safe all day. Loads and loads of lifeguards around, all of which have been really, really helpful. up here we're heading towards some of the slides, including the Master Blaster. So you collect the rings for the slides, including the Master Blaster, just here. If you qualify for Ride Access Pass, so if you've got a Nimbus Access card, a Merlin Ride Access Pass card, a Merlin Disability card, or a PIP or DLA letter, you can collect a purple band from reception, and then you get to skip the queue a little bit here, and that's for anyone that struggles with queuing, and that way you don't have to queue at this bit, which is the really extensive bit, to collect the rings. And then there is still a short queue time, which we queued for the Master Blaster, but that was about 10 minutes, and the Master Blaster overall queue time, including collecting the rings, should have been 75 minutes without the band. So this is Wacky Waterworks, and during the day this kind of big bucket thing fills up, and then every now and again there's a counter downer, and it's just like a big tidal wave of water as it just empties out over everyone below, which the kids absolutely love. So once you've collected the rings, you come up these stairs, you'll queue here to use the Master Blaster. And like I said, this is a much shorter queue sometimes than the queue for collecting the rings themselves. So there will be a short amount of waiting here, even with the purple band, but it does reduce queue times. And then you join the Master Blaster slide here, wait your turn, and then when the lifeguard tells you, you can put your ring into this trough here, and then they tell you it's time to go. You can shoot down the Master Blaster and have a whale of a time. So Zara likes to go on with me, one of the double rings, because she's quite small. The other two did go in single rings today. Now this is the other slide. I don't think we've actually done these slides. This is Rush and Rampage. These are the ones that you use the yellow rings for. Apparently this is not quite as intense as the Master Blaster. And apparently we're definitely gonna have to try this next time. On this slide, you can choose lights and music that you want to have during your slide experience. That is so cool. And then these are the steps you wouldn't normally go down. You'd normally come up these to queue if you wanted to ride Rush and Rampage. So these slides are the flash flood slides, and you just go outside. You have to physically get in the water to ride these slides. So these slides are twin slides. They go down to the first pool, and then there is a second set of slides to get down all the way to the bottom and get back out and into the water park. Zara went down this slide on my lap. It's worth noting she was allowed to wear goggles on this slide, but not on the Master Blaster. There are no goggles or glasses allowed on the Master Blaster. Look at this, we're having a proper behind the scenes tour now. So the slides that we saw at the top just a second ago, this is where they come out. You come into this pool, and you are encouraged not to hang around in this pool, but to get onto the next slide and to move down to the next area. So there are actually, I thought there were only two, there are actually 1, 2, 3 slides you can choose to get into the next pool area. And then the slides that we just saw, this is where they terminate. They come out here, and then you can exit by going over there into that pool. You are allowed to hang out a little bit over there in that pool if you want. That's the bubbly wobbly then behind there. This pool was lovely and warm, so the air temperature today, it's not freezing, but it's far from wanting to be wet outside kind of weather. Whereas according to my Apple Watch, this pool today was 31 degrees, which was really quite pleasant. If you're here in the summer and it's really lovely and warm, there's this gorgeous outdoor seating area. Like I said, today we're wet and soggy, and it was not boiling. It was, not freezing, but not sitting outside weather. But if we come back in the summer months, this would be a really lovely place to sit and hang out. These are the steps where you exit the pool, and then you can head back into the water park through these doors. This is the bubbly wobbly jacuzzi, and you can actually enter the water park through that little flappy door thing if that's a way you would rather enter without getting out. In fact, that would have been far more sensible today, rather than getting out and legging it in the freezing cold, if we just stayed in the nice warm water. So that's what I'd recommend doing if you're here. This is back now into the water park, and this is the little leak area for little kids to play in. And then we're moving up here to the Breezy Bay Snack Shack. So if you are peckish, you can pick up some food. So let's see what they've got. We've got jacket potato with 1 topping, that's $8.50. A meal deal with sandwich, crisps, that's $8.75. And then there's nachos, hot dogs, all sorts of yummy treats. Now, we didn't bring any phones or valuables or anything in, but I was wearing my Apple Watch, and obviously then I can still pay for things. But you could just go back out and get some cash. You can go in and out of the change rooms if you need to go and get some money. But yeah, paying with your Apple Watch is a nice, easy way to buy things. And then they've got this nice drinks cabinet full of, grown-up drinks too, not just soft drinks. You could have a pink gin in the water park. So, or a vodka and Coke. Other drinks are available, but do you know what? Maybe I should have been having a pink gin today. I think I've missed out. And they've also got a lovely selection of ice creams, which I must admit sound really good right now, because this place, they do keep it really nice and warm, so you're not absolutely freezing when you're in your bather. So something nice and cool to cool you down is actually what you might want, even if it's quite wintry outside. And then there's also another snack place called Calypso Cave for hot food, drinks and snacks. Oh, never been in here. Oh gosh. So this place is locked because it's shut, but I never knew this was in here. And apparently they serve a variety of food. They have a variety of burgers and various other hot food. So it's self-service, or there's probably someone over there serving as well to grab your food. And they do have tables by the looks of it in there as well. Don't forget, if you are buying food in the water park or anywhere else in Alton Towers Resort, if you are a Merlin annual pass holder, then you will get Merlin annual pass discount on everything you're buying. And then the changing rooms and toilets and exit are through here. You do have to walk through a little pool of water. Normally this is dried out at the moment because obviously it's closed, but normally there is a pool of water here that you do need to walk through to keep your feet nice and clean so you don't pollute the water park. So just coming into the changing rooms now. I said they can film in here as long as there's no one still in here. I think everyone's gone. There are showers here that you can use. There are also shower cubicles around the corner. I'll show you those in a second. But they are just the push button showers that come on for a little bit, and then you have to press them again to keep them going. They have got some soap, shower gel dispenser type thing. I'm not entirely sure what's in those. We did bring our own shampoo, but they have got some there if you need them. And also some hooks up here to pop your towels on. Through here we've got cubicles with toilets and private cubicle showers too, some of which are big enough to fit small families in. I actually showered the girls in there. And then we've got extensive amounts of lockers and plenty of family-sized changing rooms. You do need 20p's for the lockers, so remember your 20p's. They've got the towel drop-off here for if you have rented towels. And they've also got some hair dryers that you can use just before the exit. And then we are back out to the turnstiles. So know before you go, if your kids are under 90 centimetres tall, they do get into the water park for free. You are going to want to book your water park before you visit. You can do that online on the website. Sometimes you get deals when you stay in Splash Landings to get it a little bit cheaper. But if you've got silver or higher Merlin annual pass, you will also get a discount on your water park entry. So you can actually get back into Splash Landings Hotel through those stairs. But for our room, it's actually quicker and closer just to go this way. So a huge thank you goes out to the members of staff that were kind enough to take me on a little tour after the water park closed. Like I said, we're not allowed to film there when it's open, but hopefully seeing a little bit of what it's like will help you make a decision whether you want to visit. But more importantly, if you've got kids with autism specifically, because I know this is how my kids with autism are, they're just more likely to enjoy things if they know what to expect from a visit. I know this is my experience, and a lot of you guys in the comments say the same sort of thing, that your kids with autism just do so much better when they have a day full of spoilers. They just know what to expect. They can then be prepared and feel comfortable and confident to really enjoy and maximise the day. So hopefully that little tour has helped. We are now heading back to the room to go and find my family and have a little chat about our plans for the rest of the trip. Do need to buzz in with a room key card to get into the room area. So hopefully they haven't totally trashed the place and they're all not squabbling. We'll have a lovely relaxing time. But yeah, we're gonna have a little chat about our plans for tomorrow and the day after, where we're going into Alton Towers, the actual park, as opposed to the water park. And then after that, we are heading for dinner in the Rollercoaster Restaurant, which has got a new menu since we last visited. So that's going to be exciting.
Oh, no.
Aha. Hello. Are you all behaving?
Yeah. I'm doing,
what are you doing?
A game where they, I can't look at them when they're moving.
Got it.
You can't look at them when they're moving. What an interesting game. Where's Daddy? Toilet. Okay. So children of mine. We've got little Zara, 8, William, 13, and Bella, 10. Say hi.
Hi.
And they have been making plans, big plans, for the next couple of days. Starting with tonight, we have been planning, by the way, in my organised mini break planner, which you will have seen if you've been here on the channel for a while. I use this for doing things like packing checklists, because my ADHD brain needs packing checklists if we want to make sure that we've got everything for everyone. And if I don't pack everything that everyone needs, people have meltdown. As well as outfit planning, packing checklists, we've got day by day. So today is the first day, and we've already done Waterpark, we've checked in at Splash, and we've got Rollercoaster Restaurant at 6:30. Golf was a maybe for today. Is extraordinary golf always included with hotel stays well, or just sometimes?
9 holes are included. You don't get the 18 included.
Okay, to be fair, I think we'd probably be bored after 9 holes anyway, so that would be absolutely fine. And then later on, you can fill in your trip memories and magical moments for the day. So that's a little activity to do later on, or perhaps tomorrow morning while everyone's getting ready. Tomorrow, we've got a little bucket list of things that the kids want to do, but we're also going to play a little game in tomorrow, I believe. Well, what's the little game you've got planned?
Do like a this or that type thing, where you put your hands behind your back and then pick one of them.
Will's got a series of cards, and we're going to let the cards decide the fate of our day tomorrow. So still, there are a few bucket list items the kids want to do. We have got early ride time. So at the moment, it is May half term, and I believe they're bringing back early ride time for the summer. William, is that accurate?
Correct.
Correct. So it's not early ride time until the summer holidays, if that's correct, but hotel guests get early ride time included in their stay.
Yes, that's true.
So by the time you see this, for when?
Toxicator, Nemesis, Runaway Mine Train, and all of CBV's land.
Which is really, really valuable if you obviously have got children that don't like queuing. If you have got children with autism or other disabilities that mean they can't queue, you can get Ride Access Pass, which is something separate. But still, even with Ride Access Pass, the early ride time is very valuable. We'll talk about Ride Access Pass a lot more tomorrow when we go into the park. Okay, so things you've got on the list. Postman Pat. Who wants to tell me why Postman Pat is on the list?
I want to. Postman Pat is closing on June 3rd to make way for a Bluey coaster.
I mean, I know everyone's big Bluey fans.
Rumoured Bluey.
Rumored. Not confirmed, not officially. But yeah, it's Postman Pat. That's sad because you've been on Postman Pat since you were so tiny, so tiny. And I know we don't watch Bluey because you're all too old for it, but apparently it's amazing. Should we make you watch Bluey? Anyway, so Postman Pat. Also, Bella, what is open for the first time in forever?
Oh, the Sky Ride.
So we haven't been on the Sky Ride for a really long time. It's been closed for essential maintenance. Just obviously it's really important to keep something like that maintained well. It's a really big job to get that done. So we can go back on the Sky Ride tomorrow. Are you excited for that?
Yes.
It's going to be sort of nice, easy way to get around the park quickly. You've got Get Set Go on here. Why is Get Set Go on here? That's a kiddie one in CBeebies?
Because that might not stay the same layout-wise. Since the Bluey coaster's there, it's rumoured that it's going to be rerouted and shortened. And also it's going to be closed during 3rd of June to early July.
Okay. So it will be closed for a little bit. So probably so you can't peer into the renovations.
I think it's just so they can get rid of the current supports there, so they can move it and stuff.
Interesting. Okay, so we may be riding that for the last time in its current iteration. Toxicator, we went on Toxicator on the press day, which was the day before opening day. We've been on it in the dark. You loved it. I didn't throw up on it, so I thought that was a win. What did you think of Toxicator, Bells?
It was actually pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Excited to ride that in the day. William's hoping that they turn on the jets and squirt us in the face.
Yes.
I am hoping they do.
As long as it's warm.
I'm hoping they don't. Zara, what are you excited to do tomorrow?
I think I'm excited to do maybe Wicker Man, Spinball, Wizard, and 13. Nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed. They're your favourites. Then we've got dinner in Flambo's tomorrow night. Now, we've eaten in Flambo's for Christmas and for breakfast before, but never in like for the normal menu. So we'd be excited to see that. And then on the last day, the children have put a list of things in the plan they want to get around. But ultimately, we're going to do tomorrow. It'll be the let the cards decide. And then there'll be a bucket list day on the last day. That's what we tend to do on the last park day of a trip, isn't it?
Have you seen what I wrote? So Doff made some decisions as well.
Daddy Four made some decisions. What were the decisions he made?
He decided that he wanted to do Battle Landings if it was open, Marauder Mayhem and Heave-Ho.
Daddy Four
So
does not
basically,
do Scary
Mutiny Bay except Wicker Man.
Okay, fab. He just wants to go on Battle Galleon. We haven't been on Battle Galleons for a really long time, as in you can't remember ever having been on. I know you have been on it, but you can't remember having been on it.
I kind of want to have a recent memory of doing it. Like,
Daddy just wants to go on that so he can squirt people in the face. Anyway, rather than continuing to chit chat, shall we go and have dinner in the Rollercoaster Restaurant?
Yeah!
So just to give you some context, Splash Landings is just there. Here we have the monorail station, which you can use to get to the main entrance of the park. Or you can walk past the monorail station to access the hotel entrance, which is the same entrance you need to use to access Rollercoaster Restaurant. Past the monorail station, we've got Extraordinary Golf. We haven't played this for quite some time, but we have played Extraordinary Golf on previous trips. Whether we'll make time for it or not on this trip remains to be seen. You're going to have to keep watching. The park closed at 6 today, but William informs me that means that was the last time you could enter the queue.
Before then, I mean, I think most people will have left by now because most of the queues were on about 15 minutes. So
we're thinking that these are probably the last of the people exiting the park, but the last of the park is emptying out. So now we are actually entering the theme park. The theme park itself closes, but this small section here you can access only with reservations to Rollercoaster Restaurant. This is also the way that you can enter as the hotel entrance into the park as a hotel guest. You do need to prove you're a hotel guest to be able to use this entrance. It's a really good way to get in here, especially if it's early ride time, to access rides like Nemesis and all the rides before they get super busy, or by the time people have made their way up from the main entrance. So we've got Galactica just here, Nemesis over there, Bunker 94, the shop that Will kind of loves, full of Nemesis stuff over there. And then here we have Rollercoaster Restaurant. Rollercoaster Restaurant, having a lovely cheeky glass of wine. Our drinks actually arrive by server as opposed to by Rollercoaster, but our food will be delivered by Rollercoaster. And I do remember years and years ago, actually, my husband and our eldest had a bet, didn't you? You had a bet. Would any of the food go upside down through Loop the Loop? Dylan thought it would, and you lost.
I lost.
At Rollercoaster Restaurant.
And what are we waiting for?
Our food.
And where's it? How's it getting here?
Going down roller coaster.
Oh, look, what's that? How are you doing this? Yes. Look, that's yours, Bella. You lost. Some of the food goes through like a
Beans go upside down. I think it was the beans you're talking about, wasn't it?
I don't know, but whatever it was, whatever it is, it goes upside down anyway.
Now and again it gets stuck and splatters all over the plastic covering.
Every now and again. Anyway, here in the Rollercoaster Restaurant, you need to book your reservations on the website in advance. They sometimes have walk-ins and you don't need a reservation for lunch, but for evenings, it does book up fast. So book as soon as you've booked your trip, book the Rollercoaster Restaurant if it's something you want to do. Then when you get here, you order via the tablet, and they ask you to order all of your drinks together and your mains together, and then wait for your desserts, because everything you order they'll bring you all at once. If you ordered your desserts at the same time, they would just send you everything. So all of the food will be arriving via roller coaster, which is really cool. They come in these little pots, and then you have to kind of unclip them and decant them onto these rather cool Rollercoaster Restaurant plates. They've totally changed the menu since we were last year. I do like that they've got little pictures of the kind of things you expect when you are ordering. So that's kind of handy, especially when it comes to the kids. We've ordered a lot of like small plates, kind of tapas-y things to try and to share. In the meantime, we're just going to enjoy, you know, the roller coaster excitement of it all. Every now and again, the music stops and it changes to roller coaster theme music, and you kind of get they're like an advert for each roller coaster. Some of them new roller coasters, some of them older ones. But it's just such a cool place here. We've always loved it. Will, who's always been obsessed with roller coasters, obviously loves it. There's loads of roller coaster concept art and things all around the place. So if you're really into your roller coasters, it's a must visit. And to be honest, if you are just doing a trip to Alton Towers, it's a must visit. They also do these Rollercoaster Restaurant bears, which we've had before. And every time someone orders a bear, it stops and sings happy birthday, and the whole restaurant claps, which is kind of fun. It is actually quite loud in here. Zara's got her ear defenders, and I think that helps a little bit. It is quite, from a sensory point of view, quite overstimulating, so just to be aware of that is something that your kids struggle with. These two don't seem to struggle so much with noises. You're not sometimes overwhelmed by them, aren't you? And sometimes not that bothered. But yeah, ear defenders helping. Just hungry now. Starving hungry. Don't forget, if you have got a Merlin annual pass, then you do need to get your Merlin annual pass discount added. So what you need to do is just order as normal before you press checkout and pay. Grab a member of staff, just get their attention, and they'll add your discount before you check out and pay. So you add everything to your basket that you want on the tablet, and then they'll add the discount, and then you can check out and pay, or with discount, or which really helps, especially when you have got a larger family. And I'm not sure if I've mentioned in this vlog, I definitely mentioned in other vlogs, but I'm really pleased now to be collaborating with Merlin Annual Pass as a Merlin Annual Pass collaborator. Obviously, we're going to be sharing a lot more Merlin and days out and mini breaks, that kind of thing, here on the channel. So this is probably a good opportunity, actually, because you always tell me that I don't do this enough, to say, hey, if you are watching this video and you're enjoying it, do a go solid and just hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that kind of thing, because it's free, it doesn't cost anything. According to our analytics, over half of you watching are not subscribed, so if you would subscribe, that would be much appreciated. And our food is here. It's arrived via roller coaster. You get little number tags to know if it's ours or one of the other tables, because there are like 3 tables attached to one roller coaster track. But you know, because way under here there are numbers. So this is number 6. That's food for number 6. What have we got? They have attached these sandbags to actually make it heavy enough. So the food comes down in these little containers so it doesn't splat everywhere. This looks like a burger. Who ordered a burger? And then you need to decant that onto a plate, Will. We've just ordered a selection of small plates, really. Bella had a kids meal, but Zara just had the quesadillas with most of the stuff taken off, granted. But also the kids are enjoying some hummus. We've been sharing some meatballs. The curly fries are epic, and also the chicken tikka, as in like the not chicken tikka, quite yummy. Daddy 4 stuck in some wings, some something else. What did you have? Something else? Wings and what? Daddy 4 had some mozzarella sticks, I think, as well as some chicken wings. No one else is bothering anything with that, but that all looks good. And of course, Will's gone for a burger. Is Will even eating out if he's not having a burger? Daddy 4, for his dessert, has ordered some more mozzarella sticks like a weirdo. At least here, you don't have to speak to someone. Yeah, but often you order starters for desserts and people like go, ah, and then they don't bring it, and then you're like, where's my patter? And they're like, I thought you were joking. This is ordered on a tablet, so no one thinks you're joking, and it arrives. No. And we've ordered some sorbet, haven't we, for us girls? And William's ordered some waffly looking something. We've left the Rollercoaster Restaurant, William. We're so close to Toxicator. How do you feel?
Average, because we can't ride it right now. So
Okay. But excited for
Yeah,
tomorrow?
excited
So
for
excited
tomorrow.
for tomorrow? So excited. So excited. You cold?
Boring.
Come on, let's get back before it pours. Bella, it's the Galactica portal. Galactica is Bella's favourite attraction in Alton Towers, is it not? Are you cold, Bells? Are you cold? Did we forget your coat? It's in the car, isn't it? So we'll be here tomorrow, checking our bags. So the entertainment's finished for tonight, but tomorrow night I think we're probably going to check it out. The last entertainment was at 8. Tomorrow night we've got reservations in Flambo's, but that's only a buffet, so we should be done a bit quicker. Well, perhaps we'll explore the entertainment tomorrow night. Well, I did spot an Alton Towers towel. An Alton Towers towel. Hopefully we won't need it. Say that fast. Alton Towers towel. Alton Towers towel. Yeah, exactly. I did spot those maybe in the water park. I thought of you. Okay. Zara, look what I found. Jelly babies. Brilliant. A Smiler fidget. You could fidget with that instead of everyone else's stuff. And they've even got David Walliams books here, because of course they've got David Walliams World. William, theme park backpack, anyone? Is that cool?
yeah.
Smiler, Wicker Man.
Yeah, they do look good though.
Do they look good, do they?
The Wicker Man one, it has to be, to be honest.
You like the Wicker Man over the Smiler? I am shocked,
It's
William.
just the runes on it, I think. They just work.
Yeah?
Like, and just this.
You like that,
like
you
that,
will?
yeah.
You like that?
Let me sit back.
Plain back, but of course the back would be against your back, so it's no biggie. William is going for it. He is going to buy a Smiler Slinky. Don't forget to claim your annual pass discount, William. He's got his annual pass on your Apple Pay, because now you're 13, you're allowed Apple Pay.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah.
how it works.
We are now back at the room. Fingers crossed the children decide to allow me have loads and loads of sleep. Will they? Will they not? I don't know. Place your bets in the comments and we'll find out on what's just a moment for you and a whole night of hopefully peaceful sleep for me. Good morning. And just like that, it is the next day. Are we wearing the same clothes? Mm-hmm. Yes. Why are we wearing the same clothes, William?
Because we don't want to slot beans on them.
Yes.
I mean.
So we are. So we're going to go and have some breakfast. And then William's going to show us the cards. The cards he's made. Breakfast at Flambo's Jambo, the restaurant inside Splash Landings Hotel, is included with your hotel stay, but don't forget you do need to book your breakfast slot in advance, ideally before you arrive. Like all breakfast options across the Alton Towers Resort, it's a generous buffet with something for everyone. From a full cooked breakfast to continental choices and even a few sweet treats to start your day. Back of the room after a very tasty breakfast and just about ready to go in for early ride time, which is super exciting for you, or at least is it not, William?
Yep.
Why is early ride time such a huge bug?
Because you get to ride Toxicator, Nemesis, Running Wine Train, and CBeebies Land before anyone who isn't a hotel guest.
Ooh, and anyone who doesn't get up early enough. Yep. Okay, so we've got a little game for today, a little game that we've not played before in Alton Towers. this or that. And William's made cards.
Yeah.
Show us.
So those are the restaurant cards. We're
These
just
are the
gonna
restaurant
pick
cards.
the 2 nearest ones to do for
Okay.
when we go eat somewhere. And then we got some ride cards. I've done them like, so I've flipped them forwards and backwards. So like I paired them up.
So you're gonna
give the most logical pairings.
the logical pairing.
And some of them I've made a little bit more interesting. Rather than doing Nemesis or Galactica, roller coaster, it's more like roller coaster or flat ride within the same area.
So we're going to leave it up to the cards to decide. So I think now it's time to head into the park for our early ride time. We need proof that we're staying in the hotel. Always worth having that on your phone, like your restaurant, your hotel confirmation booking number or something on your phone, because if Wi-Fi is not our friend, it's worth having that just so that you can prove you're really staying. And then we can head in. Is everyone ready?
Yeah.
Everyone got their bags packed. You've got your annual passes around your necks. Girls, have you got your annual passes? Have you got your Monzo cards so you can buy merch? The Monzo cards are the cards that the children use for their pocket money. It's just a free account that I've got, and there's a free account within mine. There are upgraded accounts available. I've actually got a paid for business account because it's got some really good perks. But we first started using the Monzo cards just for traveling abroad because it was free currency conversion. They're so good. I now use it as my main bank account. And the children have their pocket money into that, and then I can see what they're spending, monitor it and all sorts. If you want to grab a Monzo card for yourself, your own family, then I have got a referral code that normally gets you £5 added to your account when you open an account. But I think at the moment they're doing £10. So try that link and it might just add £10 for free. Have you all got your pocket money cards?
Yep.
Have you got any specific merch you're on the lookout for?
Potentially a Nemesis t-shirt or something that's red. So like for like Red Nose Day, I have something to wear, you know.
Very sensible. Well, it's very sensible for like a non-uniform day on Red Nose Day. Cool. Zara?
And if there's any Alton Towers, just Alton Towers, then
Because
Bless you.
is there a reason?
because it's careful.
Because it's purple. Bella, are you on the lookout for anything in particular?
I don't think so, but if I find something I like, then I'm gonna get it.
Excellent. We also need to pick up the children's ride access passes today. If you or anyone in your party qualifies for a ride access pass, and I have got a full blog post explaining all of this, and it's for anyone that struggles with queuing for a variety of reasons. If you head to the URL on screen, or I'll link that blog post down in the description as well. It's got the full details there. You need to book that in advance. So I already booked that in advance, and spaces are limited so that ride access pass works, because obviously if there are too many ride access pass guests in the park, then you still have to queue a long time and it defeats the object. You need to book that in advance and then go and kind of activate it on the day and pick up your card. So we'll do that when we get into the park and show you all that. And Daddy thought, I'm pretty sure you're just after coffee and that chicken. Oh, and a nap, apparently. Coffee and that chicken you like over by Nemesis. Is that about right?
I think he wants to go on all the flat rides in Mutiny Bay, Marauders Mayhem, Heave-Ho and Battle Galleons.
Well, let's hope the cards allow it. Okay, William, round up your siblings. It's time to go. We're not going on the monorail today. We are using the hotel entrance. The weather is not boiling. Apparently it's going to be incredibly windy today, so fingers crossed that won't impact ride closure too much, because obviously they have to health and safety, make sure the weather conditions are safe to run. But to be honest, as long as it stays dry, I'll be happy. And to come with us into Alton Towers, click on the video on screen now, or join me inside my Magical Adventures Club for extra magical travel, little release videos, printable bonuses, all that kind of thing. We'll see you over there. Bye.